Adding an additional outlet to the dedicated 20-amp branch circuit that feeds the refrigerator is a violation of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The National Electrical Code requires that dedicated circuits be used only for the specific appliance they are intended to serve. The specific codes involved are NEC 210.11, C1, and NEC 210.23, A1. Dedicated circuits are designed to provide a reliable power source for specific appliances that have high power demands, such as refrigerators. Adding an additional outlet to this circuit would create a potential overload situation, as the refrigerator and the outlet could draw more current than the circuit is rated for. This could lead to electrical hazards such as overheating of wires, circuit breakers tripping, or even electrical fires. To provide an additional outlet, a separate outlet circuit must be installed with its own circuit breaker or fuse. This new circuit should not be shared with any other appliances. When dealing with electrical installations, it is crucial to adhere to the National Electrical Code, or NEC, to ensure safety and prevent potential hazards. The NEC outlines specific requirements for various types of circuits, including dedicated circuits, to guarantee the reliable and safe operation of electrical systems. In this scenario, we are addressing the question of whether an additional outlet located on a 3-season porch can be supplied from the 20-amp dedicated branch circuit that currently feeds the refrigerator. The answer, according to the NEC, is no. There is a violation in adding an additional outlet to the dedicated 20-amp branch circuit that feeds the refrigerator. The primary reason for this prohibition lies in the fundamental principle that dedicated circuits are intended to serve only the specific appliance for which they are designed. The NEC explicitly states this requirement to prevent overloading and potential electrical hazards. Let's delve into the specific codes involved to gain a clearer understanding. Firstly, NEC 210.11, C1, addresses the requirements for small appliance branch circuits in dwelling units. While this section primarily focuses on kitchen and dining areas, it establishes the concept of dedicated circuits for specific appliances. Secondly, NEC 210.23, A1 further clarifies the limitations on the use of branch circuits. It stipulates that the rating of any one cord and plug connected appliance not fastened in place shall not exceed 80% of the branch circuit ampere rating. This means that for a 20-amp circuit, the maximum load for a single appliance should not exceed 16 amps. The rationale behind these codes is to ensure that dedicated circuits, such as the one serving the refrigerator, provide a reliable power source without being burdened by additional loads. Refrigerators, being high power demand appliances, require a dedicated circuit to operate efficiently and safely. Adding an additional outlet to the circuit introduces the potential for overload, as the combined current draw of the refrigerator and any device plugged into the additional outlet could exceed the circuit's capacity. Overloading a circuit can have several detrimental consequences. Firstly, it can cause the wires in the circuit to overheat, potentially leading to insulation damage and increasing the risk of electrical fires. Secondly, it can cause the circuit breaker to trip frequently, interrupting power supply to the refrigerator and other connected devices. Thirdly, in severe cases, overloading can damage the appliances connected to the circuit, resulting in costly repairs or replacements. To illustrate the potential overload scenario, let's consider an example. Suppose the refrigerator draws 10 amps during its normal operation. If an additional device, such as a portable heater, drawing 8 amps is plugged into the added outlet, the total current draw on the circuit would be 18 amps. This exceeds the 80% limitation specified in NEC 210.23, A1 and brings the circuit close to its 20 amp maximum capacity. Any further increase in current draw could easily trigger the circuit breaker or cause overheating. Therefore, to comply with the NEC and ensure electrical safety, it is imperative to avoid adding any additional outlets to the dedicated 20-amp branch circuit that feeds the refrigerator. Instead, a separate circuit should be installed to serve the additional outlet on the 3-season porch. This new circuit should have its own dedicated circuit breaker or fuse to protect it from overloads and short circuits. By adhering to these guidelines, you can maintain the integrity of the refrigerator's dedicated circuit, prevent potential electrical hazards, and ensure the safe and reliable operation of your electrical system. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical installations or modifications. They can assess your specific needs, ensure compliance with local codes, and perform the work safely and professionally. Let's further expand on the importance of dedicated circuits and the potential consequences of overloading them. Dedicated circuits are not only required for refrigerators but also for other high power demand appliances such as electric ranges, washing machines, and dishwashers. These appliances typically draw a significant amount of current during their operation, and sharing a circuit with other devices could lead to voltage drops, reduced performance, and potential damage to the appliances. Voltage drops occur when the voltage at the appliance terminals decreases due to excessive current draw on the circuit. This can cause the appliance to operate inefficiently, generate excessive heat, and potentially shorten its lifespan. For example, a refrigerator operating at a reduced voltage may struggle to maintain its internal temperature, leading to food spoilage. Similarly, an electric range operating at a reduced voltage may take longer to heat up, affecting cooking performance. In addition to voltage drops, overloading a circuit can also cause a circuit breaker to trip frequently. Circuit breakers are safety devices designed to protect electrical circuits from overcurrents. When the current flowing through a circuit exceeds the breaker's rated capacity, the breaker trips, interrupting the power supply to the circuit. While circuit breakers are essential for preventing electrical fires, frequent tripping can be a nuisance and indicate an underlying problem with the circuit. If a circuit breaker trips repeatedly, it is crucial to investigate the cause of the overload and take corrective action. This may involve reducing the load on the circuit, replacing the circuit breaker with one of a higher rating, or installing a separate circuit to handle the additional load. In severe cases, overloading a circuit can lead to electrical fires. When wires overheat due to excessive current draw, the insulation surrounding the wires can melt or ignite, causing a fire. Electrical fires can spread rapidly and pose a significant threat to life and property. Therefore, it is essential to take all necessary precautions to prevent overloading electrical circuits. One way to prevent overloading is to carefully assess the power requirements of all appliances and devices connected to a circuit. The power rating of an appliance is typically indicated on its nameplate, expressed in watts. To determine the current draw of an appliance, divide its power rating by the voltage of the circuit. For example, a 1200 watt appliance connected to a 120 volt circuit draws 10 amps. Once you know the current draw of each appliance, you can add them up to determine the total load in the circuit. If the total load exceeds the circuit's rated capacity, you need to reduce the load or install a separate circuit. Another way to prevent overloading is to avoid using extension cords or power strips excessively. Extension cords and power strips can extend the reach of electrical outlets, but they can also increase the risk of overloading a circuit. When multiple devices are connected to a single extension cord or power strip, the total current draw can easily exceed the circuit's capacity. Therefore, it is essential to use extension cords and power strips sparingly and to ensure that they are rated for the appropriate current load. In addition to preventing overloading, it is also important to maintain electrical circuits in good condition. This includes regularly inspecting wires for damage, replacing worn or frayed cords, and ensuring that all electrical connections are tight and secure. Loose or corroded connections can create resistance, which can generate heat and increase the risk of electrical fires. If you notice any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, sparking outlets, or burning smells, it is crucial to address them promptly. Ignoring electrical problems can lead to more serious issues and potentially dangerous situations. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical installations, modifications, or repairs. Electricians have the training, experience, and equipment necessary to perform electrical work safely and in compliance with applicable codes and regulations. They can also help you assess your electrical needs, identify potential hazards, and recommend appropriate solutions. By following these guidelines, you can ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system and prevent potential electrical hazards. Let's now shift our focus to the specific requirements for installing a new circuit for the additional outlet on the 3-season porch. When installing a new circuit, it is essential to comply with all applicable codes and regulations, including the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and any local amendments. The NEC provides detailed requirements for wiring methods, conductor sizes, overcurrent protection, and grounding, among other things. Firstly, you need to determine the appropriate conductor size for the new circuit. The conductor size depends on the ampacity of the circuit, which is the maximum current that the circuit can safely carry. The NEC specifies the ampacity of various conductor sizes based on their material, insulation type, and insulation method. For a 20 amp circuit, typically 12 American wire gauge or AUG copper conductors are required. However, it is essential to consult the NEC to verify the appropriate conductor size for your specific installation. Secondly, you need to select the appropriate overcurrent protection device for the new circuit. The overcurrent protection device, typically a circuit breaker or fuse, is designed to protect the circuit from overloads and short circuits. The rating of the overcurrent protection device should match the ampacity of the circuit. For a 20 amp circuit, a 20 amp circuit breaker or a fuse is required. Thirdly, you need to ensure that the new circuit is properly grounded. Grounding is an essential safety measure that provides a low resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the overcurrent protection device and preventing electrical shock. The NEC specifies detailed requirements for grounding electrical systems, including the use of grounding electrodes, grounding conductors, and bonding. Fourthly, you need to choose an appropriate wiring method for the new circuit. The NEC recognizes various wiring methods, including non-metallic sheath cable, or Romex, armored cable, or BX, and conduit. The choice of wiring method depends on the specific application, the environment, and local codes. For example, non-metallic sheath cable is commonly used in residential wiring, while conduit is often required in commercial or industrial settings. Fifthly, you need to install the new circuits in accordance with the NEC and any local codes. This includes properly supporting and securing the wiring, making secure electrical connections, and labeling the circuit breaker or fuse. It is also essential to perform a thorough inspection of the new circuit to ensure that it is installed correctly and safely. Once the new circuit is installed, you can connect the additional outlet on the 3-season porch to it. The outlet should be of the appropriate type for the location, such as a weather-resistant outlet for outdoor use. It is also essential to ensure that the outlet is properly grounded and protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, if required by code. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the power supply. They are typically required in wet or damp locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. In conclusion, adding an additional outlet to the dedicated 20 amp branch circuit that feeds the refrigerator is a violation of the National Electrical Code, NEC. To provide an additional outlet on the 3-season porch, a separate circuit must be installed with its own circuit breaker or fuse. When installing a new circuit, it is essential to comply with all applicable codes and regulations and to consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical installations, modifications, or repairs. By following these guidelines, you can ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system and prevent potential electrical hazards.